What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm Kenya with BK Forex Academy, and in today's training, we're talking about a very profitable strategy called price action channels that we teach inside of our academy to students. I'm going to be talking to you particularly about reversal trading and how to spot really good setups on various time frames. So I'm going to give you an example of the live market right now, and hopefully this analysis will help you with your own as you become more independent and confident in doing markups yourself. Before we get into the training, please do me a favor and smash the like button on this video so that it gets pushed out to more people just like you. And also subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already done so. And let's go ahead and hop right in. So it's really important that we understand what reversal trading is. So we're going to be talking about our price action channel strategy. When we trade channels, we are looking to trap the price inside of a channel, and then we will make our analysis from there. We're going to always start on the daily time frame. And as you can see right now, price is ranging sideways on EuroCAD on the daily. So do we want to trade that? I particularly don't like trading ranges, but I trade this pair every single day and I'm comfortable with how it moves. So you have to make that call yourself. But basically, I'm going to show you how you can find channels on every single time frame. So ideally, we'd want to see price break out of this range and give us some clear directional movement. So either we want to see it clearly going up or clearly going down. Now it has been in a very strong downtrend for quite some time. And if I want to just remove this range here, you can see that we were in a very defined downtrend on this daily, right? Before we started ranging. So if I do that, I could have trapped the price inside of a channel here. And when you are trapping the price inside of a channel, you want to make sure you have at least two highs and two lows in either direction when you are buying or shorting. So in this case, we do, but as you can see, the price broke out of our channel and then it just kind of started ranging. It came back and retested. So once price breaks out of your channel, the trade is no longer valid. That is pretty much how channels work. And if you trade similar to this, then you pretty much know that. I like this method because it simplifies the price action regardless of what direction it's going in. If price simply breaks outside of your channel resistance trend line, you simply just trap the price in whichever direction it's going. So right now, of course, it's moving sideways, so we trap the channel sideways, right? So when you are trading a channel, it can only move three directions, up, down, or sideways. So in this case, what I like to do is define my directional bias on the daily. As you can see, it is moving sideways. However, let's say if we go out to the weekly, for example, we can define it more on the weekly. So we can even draw a channel on the weekly. So if I simply grab my trend line, I'm going to start from a swing low and I'm just going to connect the bottoms. And as you can see, price is at the bottom of my channel or near my channel trend line. And if I simply just clone this and bring this channel resistance to the other side, let me just grab my trend line here. So we're going to clone that and bring it to the other side. Now you can see we have a nice channel on the weekly and we have rejection at a key level of support. And if we continue to scroll out, this is a very strong level. You can see that you have some gaps in between your price action. So what I call this is a gap between buyers and sellers where there's no price action here. You can see sellers have been in control for quite some time. Now, could the price keep dropping? Absolutely. But right now, because we have already seen the price fall with a couple hundred of pips and we haven't seen a retracement on the monthly, we are due for a correction. So I'm going to move down and now you can see that I have this price trapped inside of the channel. This is our weekly support right here. So I'm going to note that. This is our weekly support, and I'm going to continue to drill down. So on the daily, this is what's happening right now. Now, if you trade patterns, you'll see patterns as well. I have a double bottom pattern. That could be a confirmation that you use. You can also make sure that price is at a key reversal zone. So in the case of trading reversals, basically a reversal is when price is moving in a particular direction and it starts to change. So for example, price was moving downward and now it comes to a point where it stalls. And whoever is selling, so people who are selling in the market, they're going to start taking their positions off the table if they see that price comes to a strong reversal area, for example, where right here, it came here and look where it started to turn around. So right here, and then now look, it came back to retest this same support, giving us a double bottom. And now the price is starting to move up again. So this area is an area where buying pressure has come in and it also aligns with the bottom of our trend line, which is perfect for entry confirmation. Now, keep in mind that because we are in a downtrend, we're trading against the trend. So at this point, I do think that we are looking for a reversal, or a reversal is at play soon. And basically what we're looking to do is to get in on that reversal, and you can do it on different time frames. So if I'm focused on this level, I'm going to continue to drill down on the lower time frames, and I'm going to find my entry. So now that I'm on the daily, if for example, I am a scalper, I want to move down to the 1 hour, because I'm going to be looking. So sometimes I sit down and I will scalp for an hour. So I trade off the hour time frame, because sometimes I'm in trades just scalping for that hour time frame. I usually will make my entry off of the 15-minute. But one thing you can see here is you have 1 hour supply. Now, could it break? Absolutely. But here's your 1 hour, I'm sorry, demand, not supply. Here's your 1 hour demand. So there's your 1 hour demand zone. And also too, I can trap this price inside of a channel on the 1 hour. So here's my 1 hour channel. And if I clone this and just bring this up to my trend line resistance, there we go right there. Now, typically you want to have at least 2 touches off of your trend line on both sides, ideally. Okay. But you can see that price is rejecting currently off this zone. So if I were going to buy at this level, it would be a little bit risky, because remember, I'm going against the overall downtrend. So a lot of times when you have a directional bias on the higher time frame, more than likely, not always, you're going to see a counter trend on the lower time frame. So if you have a downtrend on the daily, you might see an uptrend on the 4 hour. It's very rare that they align together, but that's what we ideally want. If you have a directional bias of being bearish on the daily, you definitely want to trade that on the 4 hour or even the 1 hour. In this case, I'm trading a reversal on the 1 hour. We have a bearish trend on the daily. However, I spotted a really good, in my opinion, strong setup on the 1 hour. Now, why? Now, I trade this pair all the time, right? So I'm comfortable with the way it moves, and I understand how it moves at particular times during the market. So now that price is here, it has fallen quite a bit today. And I did expect for it to do something else. But overall, even though we are bearish, I do believe this pair is going to head upward. So let's look here. So moving down to the 1 hour, here is our support zone. We pretty much could have got in. Now, if we're scalping, we really want to be scalping during high volatility. We don't want to be scalping when, for example, it's lunchtime in New York or volatility is very low. We want to be in and we want to be out. Otherwise, we could possibly get stuck in the trade. So you could have profited on this, to be honest. You could have gotten in right here at about 30.72 or so. And for a scalp, we're only going for about maybe 10 pips using multiple positions, depending on how you trade. You could even go for about 15 to 20 pips, okay? So where would we take profit? We would take profit in the middle of the channel. So this is our buy support zone. And we will look to take profit in the middle of the channel. So when we trade channels, we look to take profit in the middle of the channel. If I simply highlight that or kind of point it out, you'll notice that the middle of the channel is an area of previous resistance. So previous resistance. It was also previous support right within there. It was previous resistance and previous resistance. So whoever buys from this area here is going to look left or right above them to see where is the next zone where traders took their profits off the table. And that would be this area here. And with channels, we look to take profit at the middle of the channel. But if you're scalping, a good 10 to 20 pip take profit target is perfect. So this is reversal trading. I'm actually showing you our price action channel strategy. So on the 1 hour, remember, I'm more focusing on scalping. I would make my entry off of the 15-minute, or I could set a limit order at best possible price. If I were intraday trading, then I would go off the 4 hour. I could simply trap the price in a 4 hour channel and be ready to trade that. And of course, look here, you can see that we do have an area of support, but if that price were to keep dipping, this would be our next area where price would go and retest, because look what happened here previously. So that's a very strong 4 hour support, but this area is as well too. So you can see here what happened when the price came to this area, and now it's retesting again. So guys, the main thing that you want to do when you are trading this method, and I really advise you to join our Telegram, because we pretty much give you ideas and how to trade this method If you are not a student of ours and if you wish to become a student, we can do a deeper dive with you inside of our academy. However, this is a really easy method and I love it also for trading with the trend. Let me just show you something really quickly and I'll show you how I would have taken a trade with the actual directional bias of being short. So let's go ahead and clear our chart really quickly. And I'm going to start from, let's say I will start from the daily. So I'll start from the daily. Let's go ahead and go out to the daily. And I'll show you how to approach this from the daily. Now, again, remember price is ranging on the daily. So here we do have a level of resistance. And what I can do is if I'm looking for a short opportunity on the lower time frame, like the 4 hour to maybe do an intraday trade, I can drop down to the 4 hour and I'm simply going to trap my price inside of a channel. So notice here, I actually would have had an uptrend on the 4 hour because look, on the daily, price was rising into this resistance. You see that? And remember, I did tell you that overall, I do believe this price is shooting upward. It's bouncing or moving from very strong support. So keep in mind, I do have a resistance zone here, but once we move down to the 4 hour, it is now in an uptrend and look at what happens. So remember, you're going to simply trap your price inside of the channel. So you trap your price inside of the channel. You must have at least 2 touches off of your trend line resistance and your trend line support. So there is our channel. And if we look left, we can also see here that this was previous strong resistance. And could it reach right here? Absolutely. But we're going to be looking for this area first. So you can see this is exactly where the price came to and turned around. What I like to do is measure if I have another turning point not too far away. I like to measure how far that next zone is. So in this case, it was about 23 pips away. And you have to decide based on your risk management and your account size, does it make sense to cut a loss there? Now, typically when price goes outside of the channel, the trade is no longer valid because that's a signal that price could keep going. So you could either cut a loss and be conservative, or sometimes with some of these pairs, price will wick through the trend line. So we could have gotten a wick rejection here and seen price failure and price turn around. Now, as you can see, that price did turn around. Where would you take profit? From zone to zone, from one reversal zone to the next reversal zone, which you can see is right here where my crosshair is. That could have been one of your take profit targets. And then middle of the channel is where we also take profit as well. As you can see, you would have been profitable on this trade. So guys, I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to give you an idea of how to trade this particular strategy and also how do you trade reversals on the lower time frame and what to look for when you are trading a reversal trade. Now, if you love this style of trading with channels, I recommend that you join our Telegram and just pay attention to the trade ideas that we drop. And if you are a new or struggling trader, then I strongly encourage you to consider our academy where we provide hands-on help. We answer all of your questions and you always have the guidance that you need. We have a private community where we're very close and discuss a lot of different things when it comes to trading and just really being there for each other. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one and thanks for watching. Go comment below and let me know what you enjoyed about this video. I'll see you soon.